Well, since our last interview, it's been a rough year for Chicago.
Yeah, real bad.
Unfortunately, Chicago lost two of its biggest artists, FBG Duck, King Von. How did you meet Duck?
I met Duck maybe when Chief Keef was first popping, like years ago. I was rocking with Keith. You know, I took Walker to Keith's house, to his grandmother's house, this before he had any money. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was rocking with him back then. Duck was cool with this guy named Ray Ray, who was friends of my man Leoski. So Ray Ray called me and was like, man, I know you rock with Keith now, but Duck is Keith now. He they op, but he respect you. You know what I'm saying? He want to meet you. Can I bring him to the studio with me? I'm like, man, come on. You know, at the end of the day, I don't take no sides in they beef. I'm not a GD or a BD. I'm not even from the South Side. You know, and for me to be who I am and at my age today, my job is to try to unite these brothers and try and uplift them and show them a better way. So I let him bring him to the studio. He came to the studio. He saw how we embraced him, even you know, and he respected that because a lot of people wasn't messing with him because they was choosing sides. They like, well, Keith is the biggest artist on his way to becoming the biggest artist in the world. This guy right here ain't really nobody right now. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people wasn't embracing him. I embraced him like, man, come on through. Showed him love, and he never forgot that. He always respected that. So he would always hit me up like a big brother, you know what I'm saying, for advice and, you know what I'm saying, just to talk and chop it up. And we kept that good relationship for all those years.
So you guys knew each other pretty good.
Yeah, I knew him real well. I knew his mother, I knew, you know what I'm saying, his family, you know what I'm saying, I knew him well, real well, yeah. I had a lot of love for Duck, a whole lot of love for Duck. You know, I've been knowing him for, over about 10 years probably. You know what I'm saying? At least
A long
10 years.
time. So you've been working with these younger guys for a minute.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. When Keith, I met Keith when he was 16. And we had a relationship, a good relationship. I used to send my engineer over there to record him at his grandmother's house. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when he didn't have, when Chop couldn't come through and do it, I send my engineer, he'd call me for, you know, advice. His uncle and them would call me to try and talk to him and help keep him motivated and keep him focused because, you know, he was young and wild, so he was doing what he was doing. But once he became a superstar, you know, he moved to Cali and, you know, ties got cut. I think I bumped into him again at a show we had. We had got a show booked together in Florida. And I seen him again, we chopped it up. It was all love. It's still all love. We just ain't talked or chopped it up in some years now. But yeah, I still respect him and still fuck with him.
As you're watching Duck and, you know, he's getting bigger and bigger, were you ever like worried that something might happen to him or anything like that?
Yeah, you know what? I'd be worried about all these shorties because Chicago is one of them cities to where you can't take a day for granted. You know what I'm saying? Like something can happen the split second. You blink your eye. You know what I'm saying? The person sitting next to you could be gone. So I always thought that. I always asked him why he didn't leave or why wouldn't he leave. And you know what I'm saying? Like he said, he was trying to get himself straight and situated to where he can leave and take his family with him. You know what I'm saying? You know, it ain't easy
That
to
was a
leave
topic
sometimes.
you guys talked about, him leaving.
Yeah. And you know, he always said he didn't want to leave because he was comfortable in Chicago, but it also too, you know, he didn't get the money that he should have gotten in order to really leave and go somewhere and be comfortable. So he was still working towards that. I think if he would have stayed focused and kept working to where if he would have got that big bag, he would have left. You know what I'm saying? But you know, everything happened for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I just hate that had to happen. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's kind of crazy because We've seen so much murder and seen so many people die to where it may affect you at that second, but then, you know, life goes on. You don't even really get a chance to mourn or think about that because somebody else is dead the next week. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's not a big icon or a big artist in the city, still somebody you knew and somebody that, you know what I'm saying, you had love for. So now you're dealing with that. So that's just the unfortunateness of the city.
I was surprised. I really didn't expect it to happen. I mean, the way it happened in that rich area with cameras everywhere, police not far, it was pretty brazen.
Yeah, and I was surprised about that, where it happened that. I couldn't believe that happened there. But man, it's Chicago, you know what I'm saying? And everybody doing them scams, so everybody got that money, so all the gangsters is downtown and they moving through the city, you know what I'm saying, in these rich areas and these areas where all the money is because they got them scams. They doing the SBA loans, the PPE loans, so you know, what can you do? Everybody down here, everybody got money now, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, and everybody has a reason to wear a mask.
Exactly, that too.
You know? Where were you when you heard about it?
I was at a meeting, actually I was at a meeting at a training for the community, for the, you know what I'm saying, the nonviolence program. You know what I'm saying? We was in a meeting and my man Jalen say, man, call Duck. Check on him because somebody say he just got shot. So I'm like, nah, I call. And before I make the call, somebody had texted me, my man Fruit Loop from the Greens. He texted me and say, man, check on Duck. Somebody say, you know what I'm saying, he just got shot downtown. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to hit him. Before I hit him, somebody sent me an Instagram or something on Instagram, and I saw him laying on the ground. But I didn't think he was going to check out because he was still moving. He was still alive. And how he was moving, it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It didn't seem like no urgency. So I saw it. I'm like, okay, he cool. I called his mother, and she was trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Say she'd get back with me. So I figured he was cool. Then I got another call that said, call and check on him just to make sure, because they say he checked out. They say he didn't make it. And I'm like, nah, he good. You know what I'm saying? I just talked to some people of his. They say he was good. And come to find out later on that evening, you know what I'm saying, he had checked out. So yeah.
I seen what you seen. I thought he was gonna be okay.
Yeah.
You know, it really looked like, you know, it looked like something you would make it through, but it was a sad situation, man.